Welcome to the Willis Report, your show, your money, your voice, and tonight, your user's guide. Whether you're looking to move up in the ranks of your current company or change course altogether, we've got need-to-know advice on navigating your career in the new year. Joining me now is Dr. Woodward. He's an organizational psychologist, this is a mouthful, and author of the book, listen to this is good, The U Plan, a 5-step guide to taking charge of your career in the new economy. Dr. Woody, welcome to the show.
It's good to be here, Gerri.
So, I want to start with this idea about the new economy. A lot of people out there, I know they haven't been too excited about what's been going on in the economy, particularly in the jobs market. They're nervous, they're worried, but they're really dissatisfied. Here's what's going on down there. Dissatisfaction in jobs up 7% year over year. People want to get away. Is now the time?
And, you know, there's never really a good time.
Right.
And that's the thing that can be kind of an avoidance behavior that us psychologists like to call it. You know, people procrastinate, they steer away, they get nervous. But the fact is, I think that there may be some kind of trending towards leaving jobs this year because a survey found that 1 in 5 are actually planning to make a change this year, even in a tough economy still. And on the flip side, a Tweet My Jobs report found that 2 out of 3 employers are actually going to ramp up their social media recruiting this year. So there may be some slight trending towards looking for a new job and making that change. But at the end of the day, there's never a good time.
I agree with that. And companies, 2 out of 3 companies expanding recruiting on social media. So you want to watch out for that. I got to tell you, though, so you're thinking about it, right? And I have a theory about this because I've done it myself, right? So you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? You really consider, what do I do well? And there must be something in your current job that you do okay, or you wouldn't have been able to hang on to that job all the time.
One of the things that worries me and I advise people against is don't ever run away from a job, because what you'll do is you'll just land in the same place with a company that has a different name. You want to avoid that. And you know, people like to chase opportunities. They like to go surf the web and find stuff that might fit them. And I'll be the preachy psychologist and say it, but I'm a big believer in introspection and stepping back and doing that hard work and thinking about, what is it about me that I want to do? What are my own personal values that are important to me? And how do I find a place where that fits? What are my passions? What excites me? And then how do I create an opportunity, possibly, to go fit with what I want to do?
Well, you say, what are my assets? What brand do I want to project? I say, what do I do well and what do I like to do? What do I enjoy doing? Because if you're happy, that's like 9/10 of the way there, I think.
Yeah, and you know, your passions are probably somewhere here and your career may be here, and I'm never going to get them perfectly aligned. Let's face it. You know, it's hard to do that. But at the very least, remember, we spend most of our waking hours working. So let's think about where's a good place that's a fit for us, but you got to do the hard work of looking inward and thinking about, how do I also translate those skills and assets that I have into a different environment and still have equal success?
I think you might need some extra education. Some folks out there go back and get another 4-year degree, but what you can do, maybe some kind of certification might be all you need. Sometimes just showing that you have that initiative is enough for an employer to invest in you and train you themselves.
Well, the thing is, you have to first set that destination and decide, what is it that's going to get me there? Because there is no single straight line to any path, any destination. So you have to think about the certifications, the education, but also getting to know the right people. I tell people, go find the people who do what you want to do and immerse yourself in their world. It's all about those connections.
Oh, I think that's 80% of jobs come through.
Even more, without a doubt.
Absolutely, come through. Who do you know and what do you do? So we're showing your tweets. I told you earlier on Twitter that we would read online your comments. We got so many comments that we're showing a ton of them. I'm going to read one from Gerri Clark. Listen to this. So Gerri Clark tweeted me this, USAF. 22 years as a policeman, retired, went to ITT and got a degree in computer-aided drafting. Worked 20 years, now retired. So there is a typical situation where somebody says, okay, I'm done with that, now I'm going to do something else.
Well, and we also have a lot of boomers, 77 million of them out there, that may not want to retire at the age of 65, even though about 8,000 a day do turn 65, and may want to change careers or do something, but at the same time, you don't have to make a dramatic change. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a slight pivot. So
I think so too.
You know, you can take those skills that you have, but you have to sit down and think about, how do I translate them into a different space? And sometimes it's taking on a consultative role back at your old company or for former clients, but you have to take an entrepreneurial mindset in this economy and be willing to think about, how can I create an opportunity out there that may not exist in the way I see it now, and really think about what are the assets I can bring to the table. But go find those friends willing to give you hard feedback and tell you the honest truth about what you can and can't do.
That's a good idea. You know, getting feedback, I think a lot of people out there, and I read this in some of your notes, beginning of the year, maybe you want to go and find some of those people who will give you a bit of a critical review so you know where you're doing well and where you're failing.
Yeah, don't be like a typical politician and surround yourself with yes people, right? What you want to do is go find those people that will smack you in the face and tell you how it is, but also give you constructive ideas about the path towards a goal. Right? So constructive, how do I fix this? How do I change this? And then I'm going to go back to that whole, it's all who you know. And you got to, you know, tap your friends and family.
True.
Because we don't do that enough.
Totally
we don't
true.
tap those who care about us because they will help you, but also find out the path to those you need to get to know. And I'm a big proponent of LinkedIn.
Oh, that makes a ton of sense. You know, we got a great tweet this afternoon. I just have to mention it. Somebody said that they went from their original career to layabout, and they consider themselves success. I think that was a joke. Dr. Woody, thanks for coming on. It was great having you here. Great job. Thank you.
It was great being here. Thanks.